Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Hunt from Hunt Spinal Care. You have recently received an adjustment from Dr. Steve or Dr. Matt, and we are super excited that you're here. There's a couple things that we want to make sure that you are aware of and things to be able to look forward to in the next few days. After the adjustment, most people will receive some benefits. They might notice some changes in how they feel, how they move, those types of things. But we also want to make sure that you're aware of what we just did, because it's a little different than what you're probably used to. For instance, when you first came in, we measured your posture to see where your hips were, where your shoulders were, which way you were leaning, all these things. I'm going to show you a posture of what we might have seen and ask you a couple of questions. So when we measure people, we find hips out of balance, shoulders out of balance, leaning one way or the other, twisting, head and neck might be out of place. And I'm exaggerating here, most people don't really look like this, but in this position, which bone is out of place? One, two, or kind of all of the bones? The answer is kind of all of the bones. And so when we work on people, we work to correct the whole spine, which allows not only pain to be alleviated, but also the nervous system to function better. So when we make this adjustment, we're correcting this whole posture, and we're making a movement here in the neck and maybe here in the neck that brings everything back to balance. So in this position, all of the bones are out, but whenever we move and make this adjustment in the neck, we're balancing out the whole posture. And when we do that, we're moving all the bones. And so that's kind of the approach that we're going to look at over the next several times you come in. We're going to make small little adjustments in the neck that correct the whole spine. Another thing we like to make sure that people are aware of is they might notice some changes over the next couple days. They might be a little lightheaded, a little looser, a little tighter. Those changes are sometimes good changes, but we also realize that sometimes people will be a little bit sore after the adjustments in places we didn't even touch. As well as, on day 3 after the adjustment, you might have some neurologic changes, which means old injuries that you had may show up. They'll show up, they'll go away. They won't last very long, but we just like to kind of warn people that over the next 3 days or so, or a week, you might have some changes. Now, most people don't notice anything but good changes, but if we don't tell you about those other little soreness and pains, you'll have those too. So we just warn people, hey, you might have some little symptoms that might show up down the road. We look forward to seeing you again, hopefully next week.